I was in Lagos, when I was young, I was part of a group. We used to do Saturday classes at the museum in Lagos. And that was probably, I was probably about 9 or something. I was quite young. And also I used to do drawings. And actually, we're talking about the 70s. Art was actually big in Lagos at that time. And there were a number of quite influential Nigerian artists, people like, Ben Nwowu. And as a kid, I saw their works. And so the arts actually played quite a big part in the life of a lot of people. And of course, Fela Kuti was a major influence. I used to watch him on TV. So I grew up with all of that stuff around me. And somehow I think all of those things put together have kind of influenced what I do. There is a long story connected to how my work has actually evolved. I studied here at art school, and my work was very political in my second year. And I was very interested in international politics. So I was, in fact, making work about Russia at that time. And one of my teachers actually came into my studio and said, "You're of African origin, aren't you? Why aren't you making authentic, African art?" As somebody who actually grew up in Lagos, and I have no connection really to the indigenous art that he wanted me to produce. That was when I started to actually question this idea of authenticity. A kid growing up in Lagos, how could they create art that's sort of untouched by the rest of the world? How could they actually understand how to go back and produce something that would have probably been made about 1,000 years ago? A kid growing up in Lagos can't really have that kind of connection. But nevertheless, I found this question very interesting. And so in a way, that's actually where my work actually started. I got a virus in my spine when I was 19, and that left me completely paralyzed from my neck down. But that's just one aspect of a life. At the end of the day, we've all got one struggle or the other. Some people's struggles might be psychological. Some may have, for some people it's physical, and it's obvious to see. But actually, it's all relative. No one's issues at the end of the day is actually bigger than the other person's. Some people have theirs on the outside. Some people have theirs on the inside. But then that doesn't mean that you can't actually move beyond what those issues might be and try to find solutions or find ways to work around them. So, I think I'm a sort of a natural optimist. I think any kind of art that's going to be good should really be a question, not an answer. As an artist, you have a mind which is always sort of questioning and trying to go to the next thing. So it's never fully resolved. I do explore a number of questions in my work, and but I think an artist is not really somebody who has the answer to things. Also, art is a form of alchemy, turning the mundane into gold. And so a good artist should be able to take the most mundane thing and turn it into something absolutely fantastic beyond reality. And I think that's what that's my own challenge. That's what I wake up for, to see how I can actually make the ordinary extraordinary. To be an artist, you have to actually understand art. You have to understand the history of art. Then you can decide what you want to contribute to that history. But all that requires work. You have to go to the library. But now you don't need libraries. I guess you can go online, But really, you have to work hard. No one's going to give it to you on a plate. But if you're prepared to work hard and you keep a positive attitude, you will be rewarded for your work. But you're not going to produce anything amazing out of ignorance. You're only going to produce amazing things out of having knowledge. My name is Yinka Shonibare, and keep watching PANA TV.